Stage 2, harvest for flight.
High flow engine purge enabled. Deluge is active.
T-minus 20 seconds and counting. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Beginning systems.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
And liftoff of Electron from the launch complex to leaving US soil for the first time and on its way to space up and over the Atlantic Ocean. All 9 Rutherford engines on Electron's first stage now propelling the rocket at more than 700 kilometers an hour. We are hearing good calls from the teams in Virginia and Rocket Lab Mission Control. A clean ascent for Electron, now nearly a minute into flight. You are looking at 56,000 pounds of maximum thrust from those stage 1 engines, but soon they'll be throttling down to support that pass to the maximum aerodynamic pressure points.
Fiat next key.
Nico, confirm.
Stage separation successful.
Stage 2 ignition.
Excellent news there from our launch operators. Electron has had a successful MECO, stage separation, and stage 2 ignition. The next milestone will be separation of the rocket's fairing. We do this to lose unnecessary weight once Electron is through the Earth's atmosphere.
Fairing jettison succeeded.
And as we saw from Electron's onboard camera and heard from Mission Control, the rocket's fairing has successfully separated and fallen away, exposing the Hawkeye 360 satellites to space on their way to low Earth orbit. Our first launch from US soil is going great so far.
Guidance is nominal.
Stage 2 propulsion, holding nominal.
Coming up on 4 minutes into flight of Virginia is for launch lovers, our 33rd Electron mission. The rocket's second stage is now reaching speeds of more than 9,000 kilometers an hour, powered solely by a single space-optimized Rutherford engine. The second stage will take the payload to the height of the mission's orbital altitude before it separates with the kick stage, which will carry on to insert the mission into a circular orbit. Before that, we'll have a few more mission milestones to complete, including a swap of the batteries for the second stage engine shutdown, and then final stage separation. Those events are coming up at around the 6 and 9 minute marks into launch.
Seco confirm.
Stage 3 separation confirmed. Nominal transfer orbit achieved.
And that is SECO and stage separation confirmed. Deployment of the Hawkeye 360 payloads to low Earth orbit is now a step closer with the shutdown of that final Rutherford engine
and release of the kick stage into its first
Great job on the
phasing
nominal
path.
orbit, everyone.
The kick stage separated into an elliptical orbit of Earth and will take the next 43 minutes or so to bring itself back around to the mission's nominal altitude of 550 kilometers. As it comes back close to that altitude, the engine on our kick stage called Curie will light up and propel the kick stage and the payloads into a circular orbit at that same 550 kilometer altitude. Once it's on the right path, the kick stage will deploy the payloads, Hawkeye 360 can begin operations of their spacecraft, and our role in this mission will be complete.
We'll come back to those final moments when they're due at around the T+50 minute mark. But for now, we'll take a break on the broadcast and we'll be back with you ahead of payload deployment. So we'll see you here soon. Just jumping back here to let you know that what we're waiting for is for data to be received from a tracking station to confirm those actions have occurred in the mission. So again, we're just waiting to get that data back, the telemetry back from the tracking station, and as soon as we have it, we'll hear those calls through mission control.
What a launch we've had today here in Virginia. Electron had a flawless liftoff from NASA Wallops and successfully placed the kick stage in a nominal transfer orbit. Now we're just waiting on that final part of the launch puzzle, the payload deployment. All indications at this stage are that it has taken place as planned, but the ground station charged with confirming this has decided to go offline at just the perfect moment. We're now waiting for that next pass, which is coming up soon.
Hello, welcome back to the live broadcast for our first mission from US soil. Virginia is for launch lovers. After a perfect launch here at NASA Wallops, we are now waiting for those magic words, payloads deployed. Usually we would get this confirmation a little earlier, but it looks like a ground station was not functioning as planned during the kick stage's first pass.
Happily, we're only another 10 minutes or so away from the next ground station, where we hope to connect and get that final confirmation that the payloads have indeed separated from the kick stage as planned. Let's listen in and wait for that.
Payload deployment confirmed.
Well, thank goodness, there we go. That was confirmation of Curie ignition cutoff and deployment of all three Hawkeye 360 payloads on our 33rd Electron mission. Congratulations, Hawkeye 360, and welcome to your new home in space, all the way from our new home in Virginia. These satellites will form part of Hawkeye 360's radio frequency detection constellation, able to identify and geolocate sources of radio frequencies from space for communication, navigation, and operations. And today's mission has brought the total number of Hawkeye 360 satellites in space to 15, and these three are the first to be deployed into their mid-lateral orbit. This mission also now officially brings the count of satellites deployed by Rocket Lab to 155. Now, 2022 was a milestone year for the entire Rocket Lab team across the world last year. A record number of launches with 9 for the year, and our first mission off planet to the moon for NASA with the capstone mission in June, supporting the Artemis 1 launch with roll-out solar arrays and CubeSat dispensers, and that was just the tip of the iceberg, with this first launch of the new year marking an even bigger 2023. So congratulations to the whole team and to all of our customers and mission partners. We cannot wait to do it bigger and better this year with you.
And a huge thank you to you at home as well for the support and for sticking with us through this broadcast of Rocket Lab's 33rd mission. We're about to end the show here, but remember to follow Rocket Lab's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram pages for information about our next mission coming up in early 2023. So, for the first time from Launch Complex 2, this is Rocket Lab Mission Control signing off.